Welcome back to Movie Clip Mania. Today we are going to review the action science fiction film, Jurassic World Dominion. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We upload multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. 4 years after dinosaurs have been released on the central area, people have needed to conform to their presence. The Mosasaurus is seen pulling a fishing boat down subsequent to snatching its enclosure of fish with its jaws. Many individuals have kicked the bucket from dino-related episodes, and keeping in mind that many figure the ancient creatures ought to be completely killed off, others have tracked down a way in the bootleg market to sell and convey caught all of ancient creatures wrongfully. The public authority gives control to BIOS in Hereditary Qualities, an organization drove by Lewis Dodson with the guarantee to keep the dinosaurs held at a safe haven in Italy's Dolomite Mountains to additional examination them for drug purposes. News inclusion likewise noticed that Maisie Lockwood has vanished after her real essence as a clone was unveiled. At an office in Nevada, Claire Deering and Zia Rodriguez save a child dinosaur from an unlawful rearing site. They join Franklin Webb, Equity Smith, as they get away from in a van. However, safety officers pursue them until the three figure out how to lose them. Franklin and Zia tell Claire they can never again keep this sort of work up, and keeping in mind that they support Claire in her undertakings, they are moving on to occupations that are more secure for them. Some place close to the frigid mountains in Nevada, Owen Grady, Chris Pratt, is riding a pony to fight a huge dinosaurs. After he's finished, he returns to the lodge that he imparts to Claire and Maisie, as he and Claire are currently her new parents. In spite of the fact that Maisie likes to wander from home and witness the dinosaurs ashore, Claire and Owen attempt to keep her concealed for dread that somebody is after her. This makes her get irritated with them, and she has likewise become inquisitive about Charlotte Lockwood, whom she was cloned from. Sufficiently sure, hired fighters drove by Rain Delacourt are keeping an eye on them in the forest, Maisie being their objective. Not a long way from the lodge, Blue the Raptor has a biogenetically recreated a youngster, who Maisie later names Beta. They go hunting together. In Texas, two youngsters are pursued by a gigantic multitude of beetles. This is brought to the consideration of paleobotanist Ellie Sattler. She researches the homestead where the grasshoppers went after and gobbled up every one of the harvests. Ellie is let by the kids' mom know that the adjoining crops, which were immaculate by the grasshoppers, are planted by biosyn. Ellie reunites with Dr. Alan Award, who is working with other yearning scientists. She carries a caught beetle to him and makes sense of the circumstance, expecting that assuming that they spread, they might wreck the natural pecking order. Alan and Ellie figure that biosyn probably made them so their harvests are that remaining parts. Ellie needs to get DNA from one more grasshopper at the biosyn safe haven and requests Alan's assistance. She was at that point welcomed by their close buddy, Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum. Regardless of showing some aversion, Alan eventually consents to join. Back at the lodge, Blue and Beta happen upon Owen, Claire, and Maisie. They are undeniably shocked to see Blue has become a mother. The hired soldiers before long take their action and catch Beta. Maisie rides her bicycle across the scaffold and is additionally taken by the bad guys. Owen sees this and gets Claire to pursue them. Claire says she realizes who can help them. Claire contacts Franklin, who currently works for the CIA. He assists them with getting data on Delacourt and guides them toward Owen's previous colleague at Jurassic World, Barry Simben, who can assist with taking them to any place the hired fighters are taking Maisie and Beta. Alan and Ellie show up at the safe haven and meet Ramsey Cole, Mamoudou Athey, biosyn's head of correspondences. He acquaints them with Dodson, who guarantees they are chipping away at something progressive and pivotal. Alan and Ellie are accompanied to find Ian giving a talk. A short time later, he goes along with them and prudently lets Ellie know that the insects are to be sure important for an evil plan by biosyn. In the meantime, Dodson meets with Dr. Henry Wu, who has since become contrite of his activities in aiding push these tests along, as he noticed that the beetles have developed at a disturbing rate. In Malta, a partner of Dodson's, Sonoya Santos, calls him to say that Maisie and Beta have been moved independently to biosyn HQ. Owen and Claire likewise show up and rejoin with Barry. He carries them to an underground market dinosaur ring, where creatures are being sold, eaten, or compelled to battle. Claire meets Kayla Watts, a pilot who flies for the sellers. She cautions Claire about meddling with anybody there, however in the end consents to assist Claire with tracking down Maisie. As this occurs, Owen and Barry stay stowed away and witness Delacourt meeting with Santos to sneak Atrociraptors. The two go up against and battle Delacourt and his men. Owen orders him to say where Maisie and Beta are, and he simply gives him Santos' name before he gets eaten by dinosaurs in the battling ring. Claire battles Santos and discovers that Maisie is set out toward Biosyn, and she beats a free dinosaur prior to joining Kayla. Barry captures Santos, however not before she sicks one of her dinosaurs on Owen, who is riding a bike to find Claire and Kayla. He figures out how to load onto Kayla's plane similarly as she is preparing to take off with Claire, and Owen utilizes the cruiser to knock the dino off the incline and into the sea. Maisie shows up at HQ and meets Wu. He clears up for her that while she is a clone of Charlotte's, she is likewise her real girl since she brought forth her. Maisie watches video film of Charlotte, and sees when she was pregnant with Maisie. Charlotte experienced a hereditary infection, yet she figured out how to change Maisie's DNA to eliminate all hints of the illness. Wu trusts that by concentrating on Maisie's DNA, he can switch the grasshopper flare-up by adjusting their DNA. Alan and Ellie slip into the regulation space for the insects to get a DNA test, similarly as Maisie attempts to escape with Beta. Dodson sounds the caution, which makes the insects swarm around Alan and Ellie, however they figure out how to get out securely. They meet Maisie, who can say for sure what their identity is. She goes along with them as they run. They are found by Ramsey, who consents to help them since he views Biosyn's work as unscrupulous. He sends them away in a monorail to somewhere safe and secure. Ellie lets Maisie know that she knew Charlotte as an understudy, and says she was a splendid and kind individual. In the air, Kayla's plane is gone after by a genuine Quetzalcoatlus, constraining Claire to launch and fall into the trees after they tear her parachute. Owen and Kayla collide with a close-by ice lake. They endeavor to securely advance across it yet are pursued by another dinosaur. The two make it across without a moment to spare and go to move Claire. She gets down from the tree however needs to unobtrusively dodge a Pyroraptor that has been following her in the timberland. Owen and Kayla stow away as the T-Rex shows up to eat, however she is held off by a Giganotosaurus, a lot bigger hunter. They figure out how to get to Claire. Alan, Ellie, and Maisie are clearing their path through caves and find dinosaurs going after, provoking them to run until they make it outside. In the meantime, Ian verbally smacks Dodson around for his activities, and Dodson fires him. Ian works with Ramsey to return to Ian's companions. He assists them with getting away from the dinosaurs by liberating them from the walled-in area. Dodson then burns down the beetle lab to annihilate proof. The blazing grasshoppers break free and start flying out from the shadows. Alan, Ellie, Ian, and Maisie endeavor to surpass a huge dinosaur in a van yet are thumped down a slope. Fortunately, they land close to Owen, Claire, and Kayla, rejoining the previous two with Maisie. Claire likewise will meet Ellie while Owen meets Alan. The gathering is then followed by the Giganotosaurus, who nearly gets Maisie, yet she get away. Ian fights it off by tossing a consuming material into its mouth. While the legends work on a break plan, Biosyn begins to catch fire, constraining the representatives to escape. Dodson endeavors to snatch his work, and Ramsey lets him know off one final time prior to leaving. Dodson endeavors to move away in the monorail, however is cornered by a threesome of Dilophosaurus, who make a dinner out of him. Beta happens upon the legends and is quieted so they can securely bring her along. They are likewise found by Wu, who has figured out how to change the beetle's DNA to stop the spread. Similarly as the gathering readies their leave, the Giganotosaurus returns, however is then gotten between the T-Rex and a Therizinosaurus. The people escape to stay away from the dino battle, and it closes when the T-Rex drives the Giganotosaurus into the Therizinosaurus hooks. After getting back to somewhere safe and secure, Alan and Ellie revive their sentiment and later head to Washington, D.C. to affirm against Biosyn. Wu's work is a triumph and stops the grasshopper spread. Owen, Claire, and Maisie get back and rejoin Beta with Blue. Prior to withdrawing once more into the backwoods, Blue offers one final look with Owen. One last voiceover declares that dinosaurs and people should adjust to coincide. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.